Hello YouTube, came in here. Today I'm on my way to the veterinary office dump, but I am changing the name of the dump now because I really think it's not that good of a name. It'll now be the turn of the century dump. So more on the focus, because I think it's a better sounding name. I'll still leave the titles on the old ones as what they are, but I'm going to change the name from now on. Yeah. Okay. On my way to the dump, and wish me luck. Too exciting yet, but I just got a nice 3-in-1 oil blown in the mold. Yep. Nice find. Relatively. Yeah. So let's keep digging. Okay, I hate to say it, but the turn of the century dump did not work out. I got that one 3-in-1 oil bottle, and a mason jar lid, and that's it. There is still stuff left, it's just way too deep for me to do. From the angle it is. It's just too deep for me to dig. It's on the incline of a hill and it's several feet deep. So I can't get any deeper. It's too difficult. So I'm walking to the landfill dump. I'm actually walking to another dump I discovered there, but I'm gonna stop at the landfill dump on the way. Yeah. So wish me luck. But the reason I always show the ground when I'm talking is because I don't want to reveal my location. Yeah. Hey guys, I just found something really cool. It says, it's an benzene inhaler, brand of amphetamine, believe it or not. Wow, that's cool. I have to pack that up and be careful with it. Hey guys, I just pulled out a nice Pepsi. Yep. And I see what looks like a slug play bottle up there. I can't tell if it's whole or not, but I think it's broken. We're about to find out. Let me just put this down and I'll find out. I just found something that would have been amazing. Hessian Hills Dairy Farm. That's a really rare local bottle. I've never found one before, not even a piece. Let's hope there's a whole one in here. I'll wake around a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm in a good spot now. I just pulled out an Atlas Strong Shoulder Mason. Nice find. Not sure if you can see that. Yeah, that's nice. Bye. Hey, just put out a really fancy lid. Let's hope I'll find the base. Yep. I just dug, one sec, I dropped my rake. I'll get in a moment. I dug this vintage lamp, which has the original glass on it. I'll try to save the glass piece. Yeah, it's cool. The lamp itself is too far gone though. Hello YouTube, Cam in here. I'm back with a review. Let's get started. First I'll start with what is actually probably the best find. It's this 1940's Benzedrine inhaler. This was actually like a kind of drug people would get high off of, and that was not of course the original intent. It's from the 1940s. The Benzedrine inhaler, brand of amphetamine. It's cool. Ooh, oil of lavender. There you go, you can see it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and it has a very interesting history, which I'll show an article. I'll describe an article I found on it. This is an article that I found online. It's The Lost World of Benzedrine by Alan Jacobs from April 5th, 2012. Favored by artists and mathematicians, the drug powered a great deal of innovation in the 20th century. Someone really needs to write a history about the influence of Benzedrine on American culture. For a period of about 20 years from the 1930s to the 1950s, a good bit of American artistic and scientific energy was generated by this lively amphetamine, which was originally created by Smith, Klein, and French in 1928 as a nasal and bronchial decongestant. Soon enough, people discovered that it had a pleasant, useful, and energizing side effects, which led to its use by all sorts of people who needed to boost their creative energies. As Josh Farber pointed out in his 2005 essay, throughout the mid-century period, scientists and mathematicians, as well as poets and novelists, relied on bennies to give them the strength to go on. Paul Erdos, who said to have defined a mathematician as a device for turning coffee into theorems, neglected in the aphorism to mention that he relied heavily on Benzedrine as well. Indeed, he and many others routinely swallowed their bennies with their morning coffee. Farber notes that in 1979, a friend offered Erdos $500 if he could kick his Benzedrine habit for just a month. Erdos met the challenge, but his productivity plummeted so drastically that he decided to go back on the drug. The poet W.H. Auden considered it a sign of weak character that he had to rely on artificial stimulants to maintain his workday discipline. But rely on them he did. For many years, he started his day with bennies and ended them with alcohol and barbiturates. He called the chemical life. He called this the chemical life. He strongly disapproved of hallucinogenic drugs, of which he wrote, "One is inclined to suspect that habitual taking of this type of drug, even if it has no harmful physical effect, will lead to a selfish indifference towards the common world we live in, and a wavering of love and affection for others." But bennies did not alter one's personality or distort one's perceptions of reality. They were, in that sense at least, morally acceptable. Of course, bennies had a tendency to ruin the body of the person using them. Auden's death from heart failure at the age of 66 was to a considerable extent a result of his decades of practicing with the connivance of his doctors, the chemical life. The great polymath Norbert Wiener, in his autobiographical I Am a Mathematician, the later life of a prodigy, wrote ruefully, "I tried to work against time. More than once I computed all through the night to meet some imaginary deadline which wasn't there. I was not fully aware of the dangers of Benzedrine, and I am afraid I used it to the serious detriment of my health." Benzedrine wasn't made a prescription drug until 1959, but by then the fad was already in decline, partially because people could see the damage the bennies were inflicting on their users, but perhaps even more because artistic and intellectual styles were changing. The high-speed, high-energy way was replaced by something slower, cooler. Kerouac's novel, On the Road, and Miles Davis's record, The Birth of the Cool, came out in the same year, but the former was a relic of the recent past, and the later was the wave of the future. The latter. Norman Miller's long essay, The White Negro, another landmark work of 1957, documented a white culture drawn increasingly to and shaped increasingly by African American art. Bennies were not, as Miller saw, things compatible with the shift. Intellectual culture was not moving the way of the very white psychopath to the would-be black hipster. The signature drug of the psychopath was Benzedrine, which Miller himself had used throughout the 40s and much of the 50s. But later, he commented, he would be drawn to the world of cool, to the black world, to the hipster world. He shifted to a drug appropriate to that style, the speed of life, marijuana. And back with the other items. First, I'll start with the stuff in the 1910s dump. There was this nice monogram consolidated fruit jar lid. Unfortunately, it had the metal part surviving, but it broke on the way home. Yeah. And then this is also from the, not 1910s, the turn of the century dump. And this one's a nice early for the brand, that is. 3-in-1 oil. Fortunately, a very common bottle. Still has the cork in it, actually, which is cool. Yeah. That's a neat find. Might keep that. And I also found this old lid. At least I think it's a lid. Let me know if I'm wrong. Yeah, well, it needs a bit better cleaning. Yeah. Okay. And now let's get on to the finds from the landfill dump. First, there's this Pepsi bottle. Oh, it looks like it's done flaking, but it's a rarer version. I know because it says 2 full glasses. That part is rarer when it says that. Only that part was flaking though, and I think it's done flaking as long as I don't rub it too much. See, 2 full glasses. It's a Pepsi Cola. This is the first Pepsi Cola I found with a decent condition label. Yeah, it's fine. It's not coming off. I was just making sure. Yeah, it has some caseware, but it's open tonight. It's good. Here, let me show the back. It's from New Rochelle, New York, as you can see. It's cool. It's a newer one, though, unfortunately. It is. Not sure of the exact date based on this style of base. Probably like late 50s or early 60s. Yeah, still a nice find, though. Yeah. Okay, quick update. So this is actually very rare because not only is it the 2 full glasses, but it's the double dot version. So it's actually quite rare. So I know in mint condition it would be like a $40+ bottle. So in this condition, I'm not sure what it's worth. Then there's this mason jar, and I found the lid separately. I just put it on because it's a matching lid. I got this Atlas Strong Shoulder. Oh, it has a faint aqua tint. Atlas Strong Shoulder Mason. Decent find, but I think I have a better condition one in my collection. You can see there's the Atlas lid right there. Moving upside down. Yep. So that's cool. Okay, next. There's this pole plate with some flowers on it. That's a nice find. I'm going to try to read the mark on the back. It's very faded. Let me get it to focus. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to read it. Okay, unfortunately I cannot figure out what it says. Let me know if you recognize the mark though. Yeah. So that's nice. Nice little plate with flowers. Okay, then there's this stainless steel golf one that is stained, but I'll have to research it to see how old it is. I'm guessing like 50s or 40s. Yeah. It says sand wedge and stainless steel, Louisville Grand Slam swing right. That's cool. Little old golf club. This would have been an awesome local bottle, and really local because it's near my house. Hessian Hills Dairy Farm. That would have been great. It's disappointing, and it's purple. I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, you can. So it would have been older than most of the stuff at that dump. So it's disappointing. I'm saving the piece until I find a whole one. Yeah, it would have been nice. Then there's this flame light bulb. Yeah, that will be a bottle topper. So like I put it in the tops of bottles as decoration. Then there's this tiny little toy car. Don't know how old it is, but it might be a bit newer because it says Hong Kong on the bottom. So it might be like 60s or late 50s. Yeah, still a nice find though. Still could be 50s. Yeah. Okay. Then there's this really fancy lid. If only I found the bottom, that would be nice. But no, just the lid. It's probably thrown out because the bottom broke. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. Might save it as a backup in case I do find the bottom. Yeah. And there's this thing. Have no idea what it is. Let me know if you know. It has like a knob on this end and stuff. It has like a compartment in there. I don't know what it is though. Let me know if you know. And then there's this like disposable fork, but it's an old one. Yeah. As you can see, it's plastic. Then there's this doll head, which is quite interesting. Unfortunately, it seems like the paint's starting to wrinkle. It's not coming off, but it's wrinkling. Those wrinkles weren't there before. And that makes it even more creepy. It's all wrinkled up now, the paint. Try not to break it. It says 97 USA. Don't know how old it is though. Definitely older than 1997. So it's in the dump. Yeah. And there's this cool thing, which I won't be able to put into there. It's the lamp. I had the whole lamp. I took out all the mechanical part though because it was all rusty and stuff. And just saved the glass pieces and the middle piece. So I'll show you what it would have looked like. Would have been more like this, except there might have been some space in between. Yeah. So that's cool. And nice glass pieces, milk glass. So I'm gonna glue it together like that. And I'm not sure, there would have been some space in between each part, but it would still look nice like that. I can use it as like a display stand or something. These are all milk glass. It's probably from like the 40s or 50s, I guess. Unfortunately, no markings on it. But yeah, that would have been nice. Actually, it is nice. It's a nice. Yep, and unfortunately, no marking on the bottom. So we won't know what brand it is unless someone in the video, someone recognizes it. So yeah, that would have been a nice lamp. I mean, it is a nice lamp. Well, what's left of it? Yeah. And let me just make sure. Yep, that's all. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.